Imagine this. You're sitting in your room. Maybe you're watching YouTube. Maybe you're scrolling through your phone. Maybe you're halfway through reading this very sentence. And then everything stops. Not slows down, not freezes on your screen. Reality itself stops. The fan no longer spins. The blinking cursor never blinks again. The sound of traffic outside disappears in the middle of a single engine roar. A bird outside your window hangs motionless in the sky. Rain becomes thousands of tiny glass beads suspended in the air. The clock on your wall never ticks again. You wait 1 second, then 2, then 10. Nothing changes except you. You're still breathing, still thinking, still moving. Somehow, you are the only person left outside of time. At first, it feels like the greatest superpower imaginable. No deadlines, no interruptions, no consequences, an entire planet frozen, belonging only to you. But after just a few minutes, you begin to notice something terrifying. This isn't a world where time has stopped. It's a world where time has abandoned everyone except you. And that's when the real nightmare begins. The first 5 minutes. Your first instinct is disbelief. You wave your hand in front of your face. Everything feels normal. Your heart beats, your lungs expand, your footsteps echo through an impossible silence. You call someone's name. Nothing. You pull out your phone, no signal, no notifications. The clock reads 3:17 p.m. 5 minutes later, it still reads 3:17 p.m. The battery percentage hasn't changed. The processor isn't working. Every electronic device on Earth has become a photograph. You step outside. The street looks like someone pressed pause on reality. A dog hangs mid-jump. A cyclist balances impossibly on one wheel. Leaves float in the air, refusing to fall. A little girl is laughing, but the sound never finishes leaving her mouth. It's beautiful, almost artistic, until you realize none of these people are breathing. Can you touch them? Curiosity wins. You approach the nearest person, a man frozen while drinking coffee. The liquid hangs halfway between the cup and his lips. You slowly reach toward him, your finger makes contact. His skin feels normal, warm, soft, alive. But he doesn't react. You push a little harder, nothing. His body doesn't resist, but it doesn't move either. It's as if he's welded to reality itself, like every frozen object has become part of the universe. You try the coffee. The floating drops refuse to move, not even when you hit them. They feel solid, almost like invisible glass. Every frozen object has become infinitely resistant, except you. Testing the rules. Scientists always say that understanding a mystery starts with asking questions, so that's exactly what you do. You start experimenting. You throw a rock. It moves. Normal. You jump. Gravity still works. You scream. Your voice echoes. Sound still exists. Because you're creating it. You flip a light switch. Nothing happens. Electricity isn't flowing. You strike a match. Fire appears instantly. The flame dances. Heat still exists. Interesting. That means the laws of physics haven't disappeared. Only one thing has: time, or at least everyone else's ability to experience it. Then you notice something strange. The flame isn't spreading. You hold the burning match under a newspaper. The paper never catches fire. The heat reaches it, but nothing changes because chemical reactions outside your own body have stopped. You can create change. The world cannot. A planet that doesn't move. Hours pass. You begin walking. The silence becomes overwhelming. No wind, no birds, no airplanes, no distant conversations, no insects, nothing. For the first time in your life, you hear what Earth sounds like. Without life, nothing. You reach a highway. Hundreds of cars are frozen in place. A truck balances on the edge of a bridge. A police officer is caught mid-step. A balloon floats above a birthday party that will never happen. Everywhere you look, millions of unfinished moments. The world hasn't ended. It has simply stopped.
The grocery store. Eventually, you get hungry, so you enter a supermarket. The automatic doors never open. You squeeze through the emergency exit. Inside, employees stand frozen behind registers. Shopping carts remain exactly where customers left them. A child reaches toward a candy bar. His tiny fingers are only inches away. They'll never get any closer. You grab food, no alarms, no cameras recording, no employees stopping you. You could take anything. Money has instantly become meaningless. You laugh. This is incredible. You eat. The food tastes normal. Water still hydrates you. Your body still needs energy, which means even if time has stopped for everyone else, it hasn't stopped for you. And that's when a terrifying thought enters your mind. If your body is still aging, how long can you survive? Completely alone? The first night falls, or at least it should, except it doesn't. The sun remains exactly where it was when time froze. The shadows never move. The sky never changes color. You suddenly realize something impossible. The Earth isn't rotating anymore. Yet somehow, gravity still works. The atmosphere still exists. You're still alive. The universe has broken its own rules, just enough to keep you alive. It's almost as if whatever caused this wanted you to experience it, not die from it. You return home, lock your door out of habit, then laugh at yourself. Who's going to break in? A burglar frozen forever? You lie down in bed, you close your eyes. Sleep comes surprisingly fast. When you wake up, the clock still says 3:17 p.m., the same second, the same sunlight, the same silence. Nothing has changed, except you now have stubble on your face. Your stomach is hungry again. Your muscles ache. You have lived another day. The universe has not. The first crack. On what you believe is day 3, something impossible happens. While walking through the city, you hear it. A sound, tiny, almost too quiet to notice. Tick. You spin around, nothing. Maybe your imagination. Then again, tick. This time, it comes from above. You look into the sky. The frozen clouds remain perfectly still. The airplane hanging motionless hasn't moved an inch, but somewhere, hidden beyond the silence, something else is moving. Very, very slowly. And whatever it is, it wasn't frozen with everyone else.
The sound that shouldn't exist. Tick. You hear it again. This time it's louder, not much, just enough to erase any doubt. Somewhere, something is moving. Your heart begins pounding. For 3 days at least, that's what you've counted. You've believed you were the only living thing left in a frozen universe, but now that belief is gone. You scan the skyline. Every skyscraper remains motionless. Every cloud is frozen. The airplane still hangs in the exact same position. Nothing seems different, and yet the sound is real. Tick. It comes again, closer, following the impossible. You start walking toward the sound. Each step echoes through empty streets. The silence makes every movement feel louder than it should. You turn a corner. Nothing. Another. Still nothing. Then you notice something strange. A flock of pigeons is frozen above an old city square, except one feather, just one. It isn't completely still. At first, you think your eyes are playing tricks on you, but you stare harder. The feather moves, not by inches, not even by millimeters. It moves so slowly that it takes nearly 30 seconds to notice any change at all. Whatever is happening, time isn't completely frozen, it's leaking. A world breaking apart. Over the next few hours, you begin noticing more impossible things. A traffic light that flickers once, a raindrop that falls the width of a fingernail, a leaf that rotates almost invisibly. The frozen world is beginning to crack, but not all at once. Different places, different objects are waking up at different speeds, almost like reality itself is rebooting. And then you see the first person move. The blink, she's sitting on a park bench, frozen just like everyone else. You almost walk past her, then her eyelid twitches, you freeze. Did that really happen? You wait, nothing. 5 minutes pass, then another twitch, one blink. Every several minutes she's moving, but so slowly that to her, you would appear impossibly fast. You kneel beside her. Can you hear me? No response. You wave your hand. Nothing. If she can perceive anything at all, you're moving thousands of times faster than her brain can process. To her, you may only appear as a brief flash of light, a ghost.
The physics of isolation. You begin thinking like a scientist. If time is flowing differently for different objects, then maybe it's not frozen. Maybe everyone else is trapped inside an incredibly slow version of time. Imagine watching a movie at one frame every 100 years. That's what the world has become. People aren't truly frozen. They're simply moving so slowly that your eyes can't detect it. But then, why are you normal? Why you? Out of 8 billion people, why are you the exception? The city belongs to you days become weeks, or maybe months. It's impossible to know anymore. Without the sun moving, without clocks working, time has become meaningless. You begin exploring places no one has ever seen this way. Museums, banks, government buildings, luxury hotels, everything is yours. You sit in the cockpit of a passenger jet. You walk through empty stadiums. You stand in the middle of highways. You enter the most secure vaults in the world. Simply by walking through doors no one will ever close. At first, it feels incredible, like you've inherited the entire planet. But eventually, you realize something. Ownership means nothing when there's nobody left to share it with. The weight of silence. You stop talking. Not intentionally. It just happens. There's no one to answer, no reason to speak. After weeks alone, your own voice begins to sound unfamiliar. You start forgetting words. You laugh less. Then, not at all. You begin talking to mannequins, then to photographs, then to yourself. Not because you're going insane, because the human brain needs conversation. Silence, turns out, can be louder than any scream. The message one day, while wandering through a subway station, you see something impossible. Words written on the wall, fresh, not frozen, not old graffiti. Someone scratched them there recently. They read, "Don't look up." Your entire body freezes. You know you didn't write it, which means someone else did. Another survivor. Your pulse races. You run through the tunnels, calling out, "Hello, I'm here." Nothing, only your own footsteps. Then, you find another message. This one is different. It can hear you. You stop shouting immediately. The silence suddenly feels different, not empty. Watching. The shadow, that night, or what you call night. You climb to the roof of the tallest building nearby. If someone else exists, maybe they'll see you. Instead, you see something else, far above the frozen airplane, far beyond the clouds. A shadow. At first, it looks like a crack in the sky. Then, it moves. Slowly. Impossibly slowly. But unmistakably, it moves. It's enormous. Larger than a city. Its shape doesn't make sense. Your eyes struggle to follow its edges. Looking directly at it makes your head hurt. It's as if your brain refuses to understand what it's seeing. Then, the shadow changes direction. Toward you. The truth begins. Over the following days, you notice something horrifying. Every time the shadow gets closer, more objects begin moving. The feather, the raindrops, the blinking woman, the traffic lights. It's accelerating time. Not everywhere, only where it passes. like a giant hand, turning the speed of reality back on. But why? Is it fixing the universe or searching for something? Then, you remember the message. Don't look up. Too late. You've already looked. And maybe it noticed. The first sign, it knows you're alive. The next time you return home, your front door is open. You know you locked it. Nothing has been stolen. Nothing is broken. But sitting perfectly in the middle of your living room is a single object, a pocket watch, one you've never seen before. Unlike every other clock on Earth, its hands are moving, slowly, one tick, every 30 seconds. Tick. You stare at it. Tick. Then, engraved on the back, you notice 4 words. Found you at last. You didn't find the watch. The watch found you. And somewhere above the silent Earth, whatever has been moving through the frozen sky already knows exactly where you are. The watch. You don't touch it, not immediately. The pocket watch sits in the middle of your living room, ticking. 1 second, every 30 seconds. It shouldn't exist. Every clock on Earth froze the moment time stopped. Every digital display, every atomic clock, every heartbeat except yours. And yet, this one keeps moving, almost as if it belongs somewhere else. You kneel beside it. Your reflection stares back from its polished surface. Then, the ticking stops. Not because the watch breaks, because something behind you just took its first step. You're no longer alone. You turn around. Nothing. Your house is empty. The kitchen, the hallway, the stairs. Everything is exactly as you left it. Then, another step. Slow. Heavy. Above you. On the second floor. Impossible. You've searched this house dozens of times. No one could have entered. No one should even be able to move. You slowly climb the stairs. Every step feels louder than the last. Your breathing becomes shallow. The hallway is empty. The bedrooms are empty. Then, you notice one door. Half open. You're certain. It was closed before. The visitor. You push it open. Inside, nothing. Just your bedroom. The same bed. The same desk. The same frozen dust floating in the sunlight. Then your eyes drift toward the mirror. And you freeze. Someone is standing behind you, not in the room, only in the reflection. Tall, far taller than any human. Its body is wrapped in something that looks like darkness itself. No face, no eyes, no mouth, just an outline that refuses to stay still. You spin around, the room is empty. You look back at the mirror, it's still there, watching. Then, for the first time since all of this began, it speaks, not with sound, with thought. A single sentence appears inside your mind. You were never supposed to wake up. The truth. You try to speak. Nothing comes out. The figure takes one step forward. Inside the mirror. The universe, it says, is not frozen. It is being repaired. Images suddenly flood your mind. Galaxies, stars collapsing, entire civilizations rising and disappearing. You see time, not as seconds, but as an ocean, flowing endlessly across the universe. Then, a crack, one tiny fracture, growing larger, spreading through reality itself. The figure continues. Your universe suffered a temporal collapse to prevent everything from being erased. We stopped time. You struggle to understand. We. The answer comes instantly. There are others like me. We maintain causality. We protect existence. The keepers. Your mind races. If these beings exist, how long have they existed? Longer than humanity? Longer than Earth? Longer than the stars? The figure answers before you ask. We existed before time had direction. You call us impossible, but every universe requires observers. Without us, the past and future would consume one another. You suddenly remember the shadow in the sky. That wasn't one creature, it was one of many, moving slowly across Earth, repairing the damaged flow of time, not hunting people, healing reality itself. Except something went wrong, because you weren't frozen. The mistake. You are an error. The words hit harder than anything you've heard. When time stopped, every conscious mind entered suspension. Except yours. We searched. We could not understand why. You remained outside the repair. For the first time, you asked the question that's haunted you from the beginning. Why me? Silence. Even the keeper hesitates. Then, you looked. What? You looked beyond. The room disappears. Suddenly, you're standing somewhere else. Space. Endless darkness. Then, you see it. The universe. Not from inside. From outside. It's beautiful. But something is wrong. Tiny glowing threads connect every moment that has ever happened. Every choice. Every life. Every future. Every past. And one thread is missing. Yours. You were never meant to exist. The keeper's voice echoes through the void. Every life follows probability. Every decision branches. Every future is calculated. You were never calculated. Cold spreads through your body. According to the universe itself, you shouldn't exist. Not because your parents never met, not because history changed, but because, somehow, against every law governing reality, you became a person who had no place in the timeline. A living paradox, invisible to time itself. That's why the freeze couldn't affect you. Time didn't know you existed. The offer. The keeper extends its hand, or something resembling one. We can restore reality. We can save humanity. But only if the error is removed. You understand immediately. The error is you. If you disappear, time resumes. Families reunite. Airplanes land. Children laugh. The entire human race continues living as though nothing ever happened. No one remembers, except you won't exist, not even as a memory. Every photograph, every message, every conversation, every trace of your existence will vanish. The universe will rewrite itself as if you were never born. The decision. Could you do it? Imagine knowing that by sacrificing yourself, 8 billion people survive. No monuments, no gratitude, no history books. No one remembers your name because you never had one. To them, would you choose humanity or yourself? You hesitate, not because you're afraid of dying, because dying means someone remembers you. This is something else. It's absolute erasure. The keeper waits patiently. It has waited billions of years before. A few more seconds mean nothing. Finally, you answer. Do it. The restart. The keeper closes its hand. The pocket watch shatters. Every piece becomes light. The frozen sky cracks like glass. The sound is deafening. Then, everything moves. At once, rain falls, birds fly. Cars continue driving. The little girl finishes laughing. The coffee reaches the man's lips. The airplane continues across the sky. The clock on your wall ticks. 3:17, 3:18. Only 1 second has passed. The world never knew it stopped. No panic, no disaster, no memories. Reality healed itself perfectly. The final twist, months later. A young woman walks through a bookstore. Something catches her attention. A photograph falls from an old book. She picks it up. It's faded, almost blank, except for one person standing in the middle. She doesn't recognize the face. No one would. There are no records, no name, no history, nothing. Yet, she feels something, a strange sadness, as though someone important has been forgotten. She turns the photo over. Written in handwriting that doesn't belong to anyone alive are 5 simple words. Thank you for choosing us. She looks around. For just a moment, she could swear someone smiled at her. Then the feeling disappears. She places the photograph back inside the book and walks away, never realizing that the reason she gets to live her ordinary life is because someone who never officially existed gave up everything for a world that would never know their sacrifice, and somewhere beyond space, beyond time, the keepers continue watching, waiting, because this wasn't the first universe they saved, and it won't be the last. The end.